Hi everyone, welcome back. We are rated MA. I'm Meg. This is Allie, and today we're going to be watching the trailer sneak peek of the Legend of Vox Machina for season 4. We're so excited. If you don't know us, we're actually doing a reaction currently of the Legend of Vox Machina. We're currently on season 1 and we'll be continuing on and throughout season 4. There's not quite a release date yet. We know it's in 2026,
Yeah,
right?
as far as I know, it's 2026, but it's
Yeah.
probably going to be in January again, I would assume, because that's when it's come out every year is January.
Fingers crossed, but this is actually one of Allie's and my favorite shows. We absolutely love Critical Role, Legend of Vox Machina. This is the campaign I'm definitely more familiar with. I just started campaign 2 today, so this is going to be very, very exciting, and I cannot wait. But I'm also know how the Legend of Vox Machina ends, so I'm also like, no, please. So
Oh my god. I am going to be a wreck when this show ends.
if you haven't seen our reaction to Andor, we did that as well.
Oh
That's gonna
god.
be Allie in the season 2 finale of Andor.
I can almost guarantee you with 100% certainty that the end of this show, the end of season 5, which has been confirmed as the final season. So there's one more season after season 4, which is season 5, which will probably come out around 2027. That will be the end of Vox Machina. That will destroy me.
Without any further ado, do you have anything else to say?
I was just gonna say that Meg and I also reacted to the Mighty Nine trailer, which I am more familiar with. I love the Mighty Nine; is my favorite of the campaigns. And I'm gonna be doing a solo trailer breakdown, talking about more in-depth stuff with the Mighty Nine, just because I'm more familiar with it and I don't want to spoil anything for Meg. So I will be filming that on my own. So you guys can check those out if you're interested.
Very spoiler heavy. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see my boy.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Research, not a single sage, text, or historian has any information on the Whisper.
In my vision, one of the warriors fighting him wore cobalt soul robes.
That's Tyrion
If
and
any record of
Dodie.
him exists, it's in there.
Requesting a simple scroll from the archive is a trial. A secret this important, they'll never share it.
So, you plan to sneak into a highly protected vault guarded by a millennia-old sect of warrior monks and waltz out with knowledge so
Yes.
dangerous it's been scrubbed from history?
Oh. It'll be far more complicated than that.
Oh God.
The Cobalt Archive is a high-security library of sacred
The
texts.
Cobalt.
Its core vault houses the most ancient and important relics, including our scroll, which is tightly guarded by an elite force of warrior monks. Tyrion will pose as a wealthy benefactor, making a generous donation to the soul. Pike's
Oh,
fate of the
fuck.
Dharma. Only Pike will be along for the ride, as the monks unwittingly deliver her rights into the vault. Meanwhile, the twins will use a talisman of truth, courtesy of you, Gilmore, to secure the daily combination needed to get Grog and Pike out of the vault. According to Vax's contacts in the clasp, the vault is
Oh, the clasp,
by a
okay.
sophisticated
Yeah.
anti-magic field. That's where Keyleth and I come in. Once we disable the field, Grog can bamf out of Trinket's amulet to operate the huge...
I love this
mechanism that
animation.
navigates the
It's
vault,
so
while
cute.
Pike drinks a potion of comprehension, granting her the intelligence to decipher the vault's ancient writing. Then we make a hasty escape before anyone's the wiser. Well...
Why did it give me Monsters Inc. vibes? Or The
I've got
Incredibles.
The only one that
Yes.
matters. Other than guilt by association, what do I get out of this?
The satisfaction of saving the world from the apocalypse?
She changed her clothes.
Oh, how
Did.
about dinner with the new guy?
Oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, loved that. That was so good.
That was okay. So my mom told me she knew I've been waiting all day to watch these because I had to wait for Meg to get off of work, and Meg works on the West Coast. I live on the East Coast, so I'm 3 hours ahead of her. So it's almost 10 o'clock at night for me, and I had to wait all day for these to come out. My mom told me a couple hours ago, she's like, so I watched both the trailers. She was like, I really liked the Vox Machina trailer, and I was like, I don't know what to make with that information, but I get it now. I totally get what she was talking about. Oh, that was so fun.
It was fun. Oh, that was so good. It literally reminded me of The Incredibles, like the style, like
Well, even the music too.
yeah, the music.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I am gonna have to do some research. It's so funny that we just spent like 5 minutes talking about like, oh yeah, we like know the whole story. When did Vox Machina go to the the Cobalt Soul?
Trying to think. It's been forever since I've listened to campaign 1.
I'm gonna have to look that up because the Cobalt Soul is from the Mighty Nine. I'm confused.
It's kind of crazy too because like there's one more season of Vox Machina, so it's not like, this is season 5 and then they're trying to tie in with the Mighty 9.
I mean, they very well could. I mean, it would make sense for them. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick and try and see if I can find an answer. Because if that's something from the actual campaign, then like so be it. But I had no idea about that. So
It sounded familiar. I will say that. I only listened to campaign 1 once and I was almost finished. I never fully finished. I was like in the 90s or early hundreds. So I was close.
okay, so take this as you will. According to Google AI, which is often wrong, it says that Vox Machina did interact with the Cobalt Soul in Vasselheim during their adventures. Specifically, they visited the Cobalt Reserve, which is a library within the larger Cobalt Soul organization, as part of their quest to remove a protophylactery from Grog's torso. They also encountered monks of the Cobalt Soul during this visit. Okay, so that, I mean, that it's totally possible. Google AI could be leading me astray. It wouldn't be the first fucking time. I will say, if anyone is unfamiliar with Meg I's channel, I have not watched the Vox Machina campaign. It is, in fact, the only campaign that I have not seen. I have seen all of Bell's Hells and all of the Mighty Nine. I've seen the Mighty Nine several times.
We're flipped.
Yeah. So you've seen, but you haven't seen Bell's Hells, have you?
No, I've only seen like what you've showed me of Bell's Hells and then the Mighty 9.
But you've seen Vox Machina and I've seen the other two.
Yes.
My experience with the Cobalt Soul is one of the main characters in the Mighty Nine is a monk of the Cobalt Soul. That's like all of my knowledge comes from Expositor Lionette, who works for the Cobalt Soul. So that's all that I know about it. I did not realize that Vox Machina had interacted with them. I mean, it makes sense because Matt did say in the campaign that the Cobalt Soul had like, they have basically like units that are spread out across the world. So, I mean, they have one in Vasselheim, which is the Cobalt Reserve, and then they've got one in Zadash, and they've got some over in the Empire in that area too. So maybe those are just the ones that I'm more familiar with. I mean, that was shocking to me because I didn't know that they went there, but you know, you can always be surprised no matter how many hours of Critical Role you've watched. You can always be surprised.
Oh yeah, for sure. Critical Role's cool.
Oh my god, I've got so many theories. I have, man, are they actually going to do the Bard's Lament? Like, are they going to like do it for real this time? Do you know what the Bard's Lament is?
Isn't that kind of what Scanlan needs to do?
Yeah, it's like the big thing that Scanlan does.
Yeah.
I will say there was a lot of chatter about the lack of Bard's Lament in season 3. A lot of people thought it was leading up to the Bard's Lament, myself included. I was not angry with the direction that Critical Role decided to take Scanlan's story. For those, man, I have a hard time deciding or not if I'm going to say this because I don't want to spoil it for people. I will put this out there as a general disclaimer. I'm going to talk about stuff that happens in the actual Vox Machina campaign. Mind you, the Vox Machina campaign has been out for like 8 years at this point. So if you want to watch it, there has been time. If you are a fan of the show, though, and don't know anything about the campaigns, you probably want to skip ahead a few beats because I'm going to mention some stuff that I don't want to accidentally spoil, but I might be spoiling it. I thought it wasn't going to happen, but it looks like it might.
We can drop a timestamp being like skip to this time.
Yes, so hopefully down here we'll have either a timestamp or skip ahead about 40 seconds or however long it takes, because I am going to talk about some stuff that happens in the actual campaign that might actually affect the show. So this is your last warning. The Bard's Lament refers to when Scanlan leaves the party.
Mm-hmm.
Like Scanlan leaves for like a year, like he's gone. And a lot of people thought that they were setting that up in season 3 of Vox Machina, the TV show, because the Bard's Lament is a huge, like I've seen the Bard's Lament like 2 or 3 times and it's like uncomfortable to watch because at the table like Sam is physically yelling at other players. Basically what happened was Scanlan had died at some point and the party did not take his death very seriously. From what I understand, they fucked around with his corpse a little bit before they revived him. But the big thing is that they went and got his daughter, Kaylee. And now Kaylee was not supposed to know what was going on. Scanlan had told them, like, leave her out of this. And when they needed to revive Scanlan, the way that revivify and like resurrection magic works in Matt's world, because this is Matt's homebrew world, is that you have to make a persuasion check to persuade the soul to return to the body. And Matt usually requires 3 persuasion checks, and Kaylee was one of them. So when Scanlan came back to life, he was persuaded to return to his body, and he came back to life. He realized that Kaylee was there, and they had told him, like, yeah, no, we won't involve her, whatever. So then it comes to, he asks Kaylee to leave the room, and then he just unloads on them. He yells at them. It is a very hard watch because you can tell how shocked, like genuinely shocked, the rest of the cast is. Not necessarily the characters, like the players at the table were like, whoa, like where did this come from? And with that, it comes with one of the most iconic Critical Role quotes, though, which is, "What's my mother's name?" Which is where that comes from. So a lot of us had assumed that the Bard's Lament was going to happen in season 3 because Scanlan in season 3 of Legend of Vox Machina deals very heavily with like his guilt and his grief over what he's done, how he's been a bad father, and then him just having all of this like emotional buildup would have been very cathartic for him to just unleash it and leave. Now, when Sam Riegel did this, he came back with a new character named Taryon Darrington, who we saw here in the trailer, though he did not speak. And I'm sure that that was for a reason, was because they didn't want to give away. Because Taryon Darrington sounds exactly like Scanlan. Sam did not do an accent for Taryon. So it sounds, just like he does. And I bet they didn't want to give it away. But also, if you notice in that trailer, Scanlan is not there.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Scanlan is not in that trailer.
Do you think they're gonna show that at all? Or do you think they're gonna be like, just mention it, just kind of like have a flashback?
There's a time jump.
Yeah, there is. That's what makes me wonder if they're gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a time jump at the end of season 3 going into season 4, during which a lot of things happen. There's some stuff with Percy and Vex. There's some stuff with Keelan and Vax. Maybe what they'll do is just say that they picked up Taryon along the way and that Scanlan declined to come back, but Scanlan does eventually return to the party. I guess Taryon leaves because it's not like Sam could play 2 characters. Taryon is like a tertiary Vox Machina like member, I guess is the right word for it. But based on the fact that Taryon is here and Scanlan is not, it really makes me wonder if they're going to do the Bard's Lament finally, because a lot of people were so upset that they didn't do it with season 3. I wonder if they took that feedback and were like, well,
Time to do it.
guess we're going to do the Bard's Lament.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will be very, very curious to see what they do with that.
This is gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be different for sure. Well, okay, I was going to say something, but I don't think the timelines work out. Well, so I was thinking that if it's the Cobalt Reserve, could we see members that I would know from campaign 2? But because Vox Machina takes place like 20 to 30 years before I think it's 20 years before the Mighty Nine, it's not enough time. You wouldn't see Bo because Bo is in her 20s when you meet her in Mighty Nine, which means that right now in the age of Vox Machina, she's only like 4 or 5, I think. You could potentially meet Dyron. I'd have to check at how old Dyron is. But there's a couple other expositors and other things that you meet through Bo. And I wonder if we could see them. That would be really cool. That would be dope.
I guess we'll find out in hopefully January of 2026.
It's gonna, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Perfect timing too for when our watch of Arcane. We're still figuring out Arcane right now, but
Yeah, God,
Legend of
Arcane
Vox
is...
Machina is gonna be gone, like ended. So literally a week later, Mighty Nine.
If you're not familiar with our channel, Meg and I are currently reacting to Arcane and Legend of Vox Machina. And the way that we have it spread out is we're doing 2 episodes of Vox Machina a week and then 1 episode of Arcane. So we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads. But because Arcane is 18 episodes and Vox Machina is 36, we can do 18 full weeks of dropping and then we'll have everything out. So we just concluded our 2nd week today, which is awesome, because that puts us 16 weeks ahead, puts us in, I think it's like the 1st week of November. I think Meg and I are both of the opinion that we're going to be dropping everything for Mighty Nine when Mighty Nine comes out. And same with Vox Machina whenever season 4 comes out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It will be happening.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited.
Did you have anything else to add? Because
no, I'm the only thing I can think of right now is the Bard's Lament, just because like I don't know. I'm excited to see them do Cobalt Soul stuff. I was not aware that they interacted with the Cobalt Soul in Vox Machina, but then again, I haven't watched the Vox Machina campaign. I just know the bigger story elements that happen. Dude, I'm fucking excited for both of these shows. I love these shows so much. I love Critical Role so much.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time doing it, and we're looking forward to reacting to it and then also sharing it with you guys and everything. So yeah. So stay tuned. And if you want in the meantime to watch our Legend of Vox Machina reactions, or we've done Andor and we're figuring out Arcane right now, so stay tuned on that.
Yeah, Arcane is TBD at this point. It's giving us issues.
It's a problem child. Thanks, copyright.
Yeah, thanks, copyright. Thanks, Netflix.
Thanks, Netflix. I think that's all. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you in
The next one?
I would say, what's the next one then, though?
I don't know. We'll see you guys in the next one.
A video.
A video.
The next one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Bye.